Hello, Bloomies! Welcome back to Can Pick One Art. I'm Vinna here. This is Botanical Bloom drawing class number 11, and the flower I chose for this month is the rose. Before we start drawing, I stopped by the flower market earlier this week. This is one of the stores I often visit. They usually display garden roses and spray roses in the front and the long stem roses at the back. There are many stores in the market and this one is just one of them. I purchased a few roses today. This peony-like rose is called Peony Kiss. And I also picked up some spray roses. And here are the 3 rose drawings I found from my old sketch file. I wanted to show them to you as example before we start. Today, I will show you a few easy ways to draw roses. We will keep it simple this week. My version of an easy rose is still slightly close to realism. Start with the center. Draw volute circle, spiraling lines, and then keep adding petals, one on top of another until you get a full rounded rose shape. I found line drawing to be quite simple and relaxing, so I will demonstrate it a few times. This first one is angled from the top. Think of it like drawing a maze. Circles in the center, then curved overlapping lines wrapping around them. It might look abstract at first, but it gets easier with practice. Let's try again. Volute circles in the center and maze-like curved lines enclosing them. The third one is even easier. The same center but petals angled from the front. The fourth one follows the same angles as the first and the second. The fifth one is drawn using a brush pen, which gives you different line weights. Thin and thick depends on pressure. Okay, I drew two more. For the first rose, which was in pencil, I went over the lines with pen and added more fine details on each petal. Now it's painting time. I will lightly paint the first one with watercolors. The next one will be done with watercolor pencils. Then the brush pen drawing will be painted with inks using the wet on wet technique. And finally, I will color the entire page using shellac inks. This part is always fun. And as a little bonus, here's a quick line drawing with brush pen, painted again in inks. It's simple, expressive, and very enjoyable to try. Done! I've drawn almost 10 roses today. I hope you got some tips and inspiration from this botanical bloom drawing class. Next week, I will continue with the rose theme, maybe a realistic pencil drawing or watercolor painting or something new. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and see you next Friday. Bye!